All right. Hello. Hello, everyone. Krista. Gosh, you guys are right on it. It's been a week, and the second I go live, we got Christy, we got Ruby. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. How am I doing? We'll see how many times I sneeze. Somebody snart. Somebody start a sneeze counter for this live, because there's going to be a lot of sneezes. I can promise you that. I've been sick the last few days. I was out of town, then I got home, my wife was out of town, then I got sick, and I've been dying to get back here. And here we are. So, it's good to see you all. Good to see you all. Gosh, see, I just jumped right back into it. All right, I got this new little overlay thingy. It's been a week without my show. Get the popcorn ready! Oh, speaking of popcorn, my wife just got some, what's that really good stuff that Costco sells, the kettle corn? What is it called? You guys know. You guys know what I'm talking about. I can't think of it right now. It's really good, though. All right, so I got this thing. I've been talking to the people over at TikTok, and they told me to put this thing up here. And so now we've got it there. Which you guys are probably like, what are you talking about? I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna figure it out. I wouldn't say it's cheating, but it's not loyal at all. Okay. Well, give me a second. We'll bring some guests on here. We'll see what the people really think. Okay. Church is now in session. Where's Danielle? All right. I got to figure out how to put this overlay thing on, and then we will get going on our regularly scheduled show. Move me down a little bit here. It's kind of hard to do. Courage. You got to have courage. Who's got courage? I love courage. I wouldn't say cheating, but it's not loyal at all. Definitely a form of cheating. Corn is like anything else. Moderation is key. I bet I could change your mind on that one. Give me like 5 minutes and I'll help you with that. All right. Welcome, everybody. My name is Austin Hamilton, also known as the Porn Coach. I'll take some guests on here in just a minute. Give me a second to get set up. But the question for the night that I always like to try to get this question asked. The question is porn cheating? Is porn cheating? Why am I asking this question? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I used to watch a lot of porn. And I live to tell the tale. Not proud of it, but you know. I like to help people to stop watching porn now because I believe not watching porn is better than watching porn for lots of reasons. We'll go through those in a second. All right, tap and hold the orange Service Plus icon. Next live stream, tap the orange Service Plus icon, then select which shortcut to pin. Hey, Krista, you're a mod, right? Can you do me a favor? In the bottom left corner, you see that little orange icon? If you tap and hold that, does that do anything? Can you like pin that thing? I should be able to do it because I'm a mod on my other account. At least I should be. We'll bring some guests on here in just a minute. So that means anytime any social media platform that's open, it's cheating. Well, Danger, what social media platforms are you watching? You just got the hub running 24/7 or what? Do you see that, Krista, at all? That kid! What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Dude, where have you been? Oh, I'm gonna go jump in the pool. I'm not gonna do that. But if I get 20 galaxies, I will. 20 galaxies. That's what it'll take to get me to jump in the pool. Throw all my dignity out the window. All right, is porn cheating? Let's get the guest thingy up here. The answer is yes. Someone said. Why does it do that? All right, who wants to come on and talk? You can share your opinion. You can try to change my mind. You can share your story about how you were betrayed. You can tell me all about how much you love porn or think you love it or anything else. We're here for it. So if you want to request, go ahead and hit the request button. We'll go from there. Rara says, do co-hosting? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how the guests are tonight. Hey there, what's going on? Hello? Hello? You there? Hello? Okay. Tough crowd. Hey there, what's going on?
What's good, bro?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. You 18 or over?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Is porn cheating?
I don't think it is.
You don't think it is? Okay, why is that?
Because, first of all, it's like micro cheating. It's not really called like cheating. That's what I think.
Just listen to you. Is porn cheating was the question. Then you said no, and I said why, and you said because it's micro cheating.
Yeah, because the
Fascinating. Fascinating. So you define
the difference.
your reason why it's not cheating is because it's a lesser form of cheating. Am I following that correctly?
Yeah.
Got it.
Like it's not that big of a deal type shit.
It's not that big of a deal type shit.
This boy.
How old are you?
20, bro. I'm 18.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you watch porn?
Just turned 18, bro.
Just turned 18. Do you watch porn?
No, I don't.
You don't watch
But I
porn?
did have an addiction. That's why I joined.
Okay. You did have an addiction?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you stopped?
Yeah, I did stop. But I do think it's really bad.
Why do you think it's bad?
Especially like in a relationship. But do you think it's bad like if you're like single?
Do I think it's bad if you're single?
Yeah.
Define bad.
Like not, I don't know, like it's not a good thing to do as a human.
Well, I think you got to look at what is pornography and why do people look at it.
It's a job though.
Okay.
They do for money, right? That's true though. People do for money.
People do earn money in exchange for selling their bodies. Yes, they do. If we look at pornography for what it is, what I believe it is, it's reducing somebody down to just their sexual value and objectifying them so that you can get sexual pleasure out of it.
Yeah, true.
So whether you're single or not, my question would be, is that something that you would want to do?
Nah, that's like kind of like a secret hobby, huh?
Yeah.
It is. I see what you're going on. And in a relationship, that's even horrible.
Well, in a relationship, I think it's a betrayal because if you're using somebody else,
I see what you're saying.
If you're using somebody else for sexual pleasure, I'd say that's a problem. But even if you're single, I mean, we know it's been studied multiple times that it's not good for the individual consuming it. It's not good for your brain. It's not good for what it does with regard to how you view people as well.
That's true, bro. Yeah, maybe you did switch my mind. Maybe it is complete cheating.
Oh, yeah, great. That only took 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right.
Well, I'm out of here then, bro.
Thanks for sharing. 6'7".
They say, bro. 6'7".
I'm so cool and hip with the lingo. Oh, nice chat with you, man. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. What's up, Callie? Laura, how's it going?
Hey. So this is something that I've been speaking about quite a lot recently. Like my first kind of experiences with pornography was when I was first married, and I used to be so heartbroken. I felt like he was cheating. And like, it really traumatized me. I felt completely betrayed. And then as like I went on later on in my life, I actually became a sex worker myself. So I've met a lot of men and had a lot of conversations with them about, I don't know, I have got to the point where I actually think porn should be banned. I've got a teenage son now and I'm really worried about him. It's so bad. It's so bad. There are so many men now that they don't know how to have normal relationships. And it's just making people weird and dysfunctional. I think it's a really bad thing. I think I should be banned. And obviously, I'm not the only one thinking this. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here having this channel yourself if you didn't agree. I
Yeah.
just find it really quite scary how normalized it's become, and even like it's normal. Everyone thinks it's normal, and then in the last couple of years they had the invention of OnlyFans, and all of a sudden it's acceptable for young girls to be doing sex work. And the young guy that just came on a minute ago said people can make money from it. Do you know how many, all of the working girls that I've met that have done porn or actually done sex work, it messes their heads up. They end
Mhm.
up having to go into therapy, and then they can't have normal relationships further on in life. Yeah, it's I don't think
Yeah.
people realise quite how damaging it is. So anyway, I didn't plan on jumping on, but no one was talking. But I think what you're doing is really important, because I have been lucky enough not lucky enough, I've got a bit more insight than most normal people that just watch porn do.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous, guys. It's
Yeah.
dangerous.
Well, thanks for sharing that. Do you want to chat a little bit? Can I ask you some questions?
Yeah, you can do.
Yeah. All right, cool. First of all, Danielle, hello. Good to see you. Church is now in session. Caitlin and Honest Love, good to see you as well. All right. So you said you were first kind of against it, then you became a sex worker, and then you had some issues come up, and now you're against it again, and you think it should be banned. Am I getting that right?
Yeah. So it didn't all happen in that order. I'd been a sex worker first.
Okay.
So, and then when I got into a relationship and I found out my husband was watching porn behind my back, I felt like he was cheating. And then when I started to watch pornography myself, I then was a little bit more comfortable with it. But I don't know, after a bit of life experience, and I've heard you talk about this stuff before, when you're spending time watching it and pleasuring yourself, you're then not putting your same energy and attention into your relationship. So it's damaging your relationship, And I think people are not being honest if they don't admit that. I really do.
Yeah, totally. Thanks for sharing that. How long were you in the sex work industry for?
So I did it when I first left school. So from the age of 16 until about 21, I did it purely because I knew I could make a lot of money. Then I got married, so I stopped doing it. Then once I did it on and off for about 10 years. But I really, now if any girl asks me how to go about getting involved in it, I'm like, no, do not do it. It's not worth your sanity.
Yeah.
Or
All right. So 16. That's like you were trafficked.
No, I left school and did a minimum wage job, and I kind of, all I saw was the money, and I made really good money, but your self-worth is priceless, right?
Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from the UK.
Got it. Me and Matthew McConaughey in the house. Sorry, bad time to laugh. Well, how are you doing now after going through all that? That's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. It really affected me. The sex work led me to addiction, like substance abuse, because I just couldn't handle the sex work, afterwards going home at night and thinking about what I'd had to do in the day. So I had to take substances to be able to put up with doing the job. And yeah, no, it's really affected my life negatively.
Yeah.
And yeah, really badly.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
And I have a lot of men, they say, oh, is it because you enjoy sex that so you might as well make money? No, working girls, we tell the men that we enjoy it, but we just want the money, But obviously we're not going to tell the truth that we're not really enjoying it. We're just really good actresses. Yeah, it's a horrible thing.
Yeah. Wow. Well, are you in a relationship now?
No, I'm not. I really struggle to trust men. I really struggle to trust men. And then as I've sort of been having therapy and feeling more healthy in myself, now there is no, like, what's going on with dating? Everyone stays at home watching porn. No one knows how to communicate anymore. I don't know, is it just me, or is that there's a big problem right now, right?
Well, there's a big problem, and part of it, I've really been kind of going down this path a lot lately, but part of the problem with pornography is it requires nothing of you. It requires nothing of you to go have that experience that you think you want. Whereas in real life, to go create an experience with another person, whether it's a man or a woman, requires you to go talk to somebody, have confidence, be somebody who's interesting, right? Go create some sort of spark and connection with another person. Yeah. And when most people are exposed to pornography at a very young age, and then you run that out for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and you then go try to have a real relationship or connection with somebody in real life, it's like, you don't even know how to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
This is what I'm saying. And it was the same with the sex work.
Yeah.
Guys would come in thinking it was convenient, but before they know it, 10 years has passed, and now they no longer know how to speak to a woman. They don't know how to approach a woman in real life. And they start paying for it until they're 50, and your life's passed, It's it's sad. It's sad. But anyway, I really like what you're doing. I think it's really good. So keep it up, dude.
Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it.
Hopefully, just get the message out there, because people think that it's not doing them damage, but I have seen firsthand that it's ruining people.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
Totally.
Okay, it's nice chatting to you.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, take care.
All right, chat. What's going on? W's in the chat for all the people. Laura, thank you for sharing. I got to figure out real quick. I don't like how those boxes are there all the time. So I just want one request box. Why can I not? I'm such an unk. Such an unk. Hold on to you guys. Oh, there is somebody there. Sweet. I can accept. All right. Hey there. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
I'm doing well, thanks. You 18 or over?
23.
23. All right.
Yep.
Great. Is porn cheating?
I guess I can't really, I guess for the relationship aspect, I would say, it's really what your partner, if he or she is okay with it, I guess, is what it really comes down to as far as that. If he or she has no problem with you watching it, or can't really see it be cheating. But if you're going behind her back, you know, and stuff like that, I could see that. But I was really just hopping on here to more go on of how dangerous it really is.
Hmm.
So, you know, it releases, you know, your body releases endorphins or dopamine, you know, and it never settles for that. You know, you're always going to want more and more and more. And I mean, I know people and friends and stuff who, you know, they'll be on there for an hour, you know, 2 hours just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling because what once was, you know, attractive is it's not so much attractive anymore. They're having to find a better video, or they're looking for just very detailed stuff that, you know, you're never going to find in real life, because all that is acting. So I think it really downgrades women, because you just what you're picturing, you know, on a screen, you know, you like it because I said, you know, at least it's dopamine. It's what your body likes, but you're never going to find that in real life. It's all acting. So I mean, that's kind of what I've, you know, was just coming on here to really say. You know, I
Hmm.
know people who you know, ED from that, and you know, when they go to the real life scenario, it's not what they pictured. You know, they've always thought of it as this and that, you know, because the way they portray stuff online, and so when you go to the real life scenario, it's nothing like what you pictured.
Hmm. Hmm.
I've been reading a book, you know, from Gary Wilson. It says Your Brain on
Your brain
Porn.
on
I don't know
porn.
if you know about that.
Yep.
And I'm about chapter 2 in there, and it's been great. I mean, it's just going over from when it started, from magazines to really taking it online, and it just, once it hit the internet, man, it really just took off.
Hmm.
And I mean, as far as just, you know, porn itself, you know, like I said, the cheating aspect, I can't really so much say. You know, if your partner obviously doesn't want you to do it and you still do it, yes, that's definitely cheating. You know, that's going behind her back. You're lusting after another woman. Uh, you know, you're wanting that woman over your wife. You know, so yeah, that'd be cheating. But as far as just for anybody, you know, it applies to anybody. I think it's very dangerous.
Hmm. Yeah, man. Thanks for sharing. I love that. You're 23 years old. You're relatively
Yes,
young.
sir.
Did you ever struggle with pornography?
I did, yeah. I've about a year ago, I'd say, I struggled pretty bad, and I just finally, you know, researching and stuff, and I've had this book for, you know, a little bit now recently, but I finally quit. I have certain apps, you know, they got an app called Covenant Eyes, you know, you could get, and
Hmm.
it kind of just, my wife was kind of like my tool. Luckily, she stuck with me through it all. You know, it was a thing I struggled growing up, you know,
Hmm.
and I mean, it's addicting. It's like nicotine, you know. You watch it once, you know, and you know you think you have it until it has you, you know,
Yeah.
and it just takes control of your life. You know, I used to watch it every day, and it gives you anxiety and all types of stuff. But man, I had to quit that, you know, because it made me start looking at my wife differently.
Mm.
And once I quit that, I'm a year clean. You know, my wife's everything I wanted, dude, and
Good for you, man.
that's just what it comes down to now. So
Is your wife there? Can we hear from her?
she's currently she's laying down right now. It's 11 o'clock over here, so
Is she
she's laying
listening to
down.
this?
No, she's in bed right now. I'm out in the living room, but
How would she feel if you were on the internet telling everybody about how much you don't like pornography anymore and that you haven't been using it for a year?
I mean, I'm sure I think she'd be really proud of me. You know,
Yeah.
I've been watching you guys for a while. You know, I've showed her, you know, what you're about, and I've been meaning to get on here for quite a while. I really got this book because I really want to study it and just study everything of the dangerous stuff about it, and really show my friends, because I've got friends who struggle with this, you know. And like I said, they'll literally be on there, you know, and they'll joke about it, you know, like they'll be on page, you know, 500, you know, and they'll joke about it, but I know that's really their life, you know, and
Yeah.
I was once there. So, you know, I really want to show them how dangerous that stuff is, because I think people just overlook that. And it's just, you know, the industry makes so much money off it. It's never going to go away because how much money they make. But yeah, that's just my, you know, I know this was kind of isn't cheating, but I just want to kind of get on here and just talk about the dangers of it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good book. I suggest it for anybody. You know, Your Brain on Porn by Gary Wilson. So
Yeah, it's a good one. Man, thanks for sharing. What would you say to other young men around your age who are struggling with pornography?
There's a way out. You know, your life is, you know, it's going to be hard at first. You know, it's going to be hard at first, but when you get past that, there's just the courage you'll have, the less anxiety you'll have, the way you just portray women, you know, in real life will be different, you know. And that's how life was intended to be. You shouldn't be, you know, every time you see a woman just looking at her, you know, this and that, you know, that's not what it's intended. There's more to women than just that. And I think, like I said, that really downgrade women. So what I would say, you know, is just really, you know, take it day by day, you know, month by month, and put it away. Like I said, get that book, you know, get apps like Covenant Eyes if you have a partner, you know, so delete your Safari, delete your Google, so everything you go there, it tracks you, you know, if you're on something, it'll red flag it and send it right to the person, you know, or whatnot. So
Yeah.
you could do it. There's a way out, you know, and many people's done it, and I promise you'll be better off without it.
Okay, he promised, guys. He promised. Thanks for
I
sharing,
appreciate
man.
you letting me on here, man. I've been wanting to
Yeah.
get on here for a while, so hey, I appreciate
Yeah, man.
it.
Appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
W's in the chat. 23 years old. Year clean from porn. The book he uses, Your Brain on Porn by Gary Wilson. That is a good book. It's a good book. Hello, everybody. Hello, Carrie. Good to see you. Callie, Charles. A lot of familiar names tonight. Nick Frampton. That's one I haven't heard in a while. Shy Butterfly. Good to see you guys. Like and share. Like and share. If you don't follow me already, give me a follow if you like my content. Would somebody, maybe somebody who follows me a lot, Caitlin or Coops Granny, in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a little yellow icon with an arrow. Would you fill that form out for me? I'm kind of testing out this thing where people can send their info in there if they want to connect with me to get help with their problems. By the way, my name is Austin Hamilton. I am a porn and sex addiction recovery coach. I help people break free from pornography, and I also help women who are struggling with betrayal trauma. If you are interested in changing your life and working through these issues, just like that previous guest said, there is hope for you. I promise you that as well. There is hope for you. There is more available. There is more possible for you. It's going to take sacrifice. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take time, money, effort to change your life. And that's true of anything you want to change in your life. Thank you, Caitlin. So, link in my bio, or fill out the form in the Service Plus icon if you'd like. All right, we'll take another guest on. And by the way, I'm a little sick. I'm recovering from a man cold, so it's pretty severe. And if I have any sneeze attacks, please forgive me. Hey there, what's going on?
Hi, I just wanted to say my piece because I got two stories. One of them is mine, and one of them is someone very close to me.
Okay,
that
are you
okay,
18
or
or
no?
over?
I'm 20 and married.
Okay, yeah. First is porn cheating. We got to start there.
Yes.
You are. You are 18.
Yeah.
Oh no, you are. Sorry, I'm getting confused because Caitlin was giving me sympathy for my man cold. I don't know if I'm gonna make it because the man cold is pretty severe. All right, porn is cheating. Okay, all right. What do you want to share?
So my first boyfriend, he had a severe addiction to it, and that caused him to. Okay, so I wanted to save my first kiss and my first time for my wedding day. He stole both. Because of, and I blame it on his addiction. Because I believe that was what led him to thinking that would be okay. Even though I told him repetitively that I did not want that to happen. And I also believe someone close to me, he was adopted along with a bunch of other children by a man that also had an addiction to corn. And he lied to CPS essayed all of the children, had them essay each other, and also make videos. So, yeah, that's two stories very close to me that it definitely hurts you and the ones around you. And it leaves a
Yeah.
lasting impact.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna pop off now.
Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. W's in the chat for our guest. Those are some stories. Not going to lie. NGL. Is Rara still here? Rara, we're going to co-host in a little bit.
Hello.
Hey there. What's going on?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm gonna make it as short as she did, basically.
Are you
I
18
have a
or
couple
over?
Stories as well.
Are
I'm
you
21.
You're 21. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I'm married as well with a baby.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. She's one.
She's one. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I'm a victim of being sold and pictures being sold under 4 years old. And because of that, I did have a porn addiction myself. Up until I was 12, I got therapy for it. My husband had a porn addiction because of things that happened to him. And then he ended up going to therapy. And then we decided to go to couple counseling because it did ruin a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
for both of us. And we almost ended it over just that.
Mm-hmm.
And it hurt a lot. But I believe that everybody can come back from that, just like the first person that I heard. I believe his name was Josh.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hard, but it is an addiction. It's something to cope with, almost like a drug, if you understand what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes an addiction because you want to use it to replace something that's missing.
Mm-hmm.
And because I grew up until I was 4 years old with that from my parents, because they wanted to buy drugs with the money, I ended up getting an addiction because I just didn't know how to deal with it and didn't have the people to deal with it. So I do understand it's hard, but it really is an addiction. It's not just cheating, it's an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what I was
Yeah.
basically wanting to say.
All right. You just shared some stuff.
Yeah,
Like-
I went to therapy for it, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to get through it, but it's still, I still see memories and stuff in my head.
Yeah. Jeez.
I raised my little brother since he was 1, because he was born when I was 3, and we were homeless, and so I was digging out of a trash can to feed him.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's hard, it really is, but everybody can come back from that stuff if they really just want to and try.
Yeah. Look, I don't know what your life was like, but great job surviving. Jeez.
I just did my best.
Yeah. Way to go. And you're married and you got a kid?
Yeah, and she's never gonna experience that. I swear to
Yeah.
Jesus himself, if anything happens to her.
Yeah, she's for sure not. Good for you. Do you well, what else do you want to share? I mean, I could ask you a lot of questions, but
I mean, that's basically it. It really is just, an addiction. And my parents, the reason they did that to me was because they had the same addiction and they couldn't be with each other, and they cheated on each other a lot because of it. Because they had such high standards for each other in beauty and in this and that, and it's like, it's not real.
mhm.
And as a kid, I understood that. Even 4 years old, I understood that, but they didn't. And being a parent for my own parents, because I had to understand when they couldn't, that was hard. But
Mhm.
I understood, and I understood that I needed to be there for my daughter the way that they weren't there for me.
Mhm.
But I was adopted at 5 years old. I was taken at 4, so,
Okay.
I got out of that situation. I was put in another bad situation, but, I made it, and I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask is what happened after 4, but oh man.
Oh, yeah, no, they put me with my great-grandparents on my dad's side. So if that tells you anything, they weren't the best.
Mhm.
I had my knuckles broken, my nose broken, I had a crack in my skull, I ended up with broken hips, you know, a bunch of different things. But, you know, it doesn't matter because I made it on my own, and I brought my brother with me, and I had a baby, and she is the safest little girl in the world.
Dude.
And at least I know that because of what I've been through, I can bring her through life the way she needs to be through life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. You've been through some stuff and you've done some work, and I would say it does matter. And look at how strong and resilient you are. Great job surviving. I mean, geez.
Well, you can only live one day at a time and do what you can, you know?
Yeah.
And treat everybody with kindness, you know? And that's what I try to do. And it was funny because when you came up on my feed, I was like, you know, I should probably say something because today I actually got complimented on my personality, and that's never happened. I've never gotten a compliment before. And he literally, it was some stranger I opened the door for. He said, you know, I really like your personality, and it made me smile. And then I saw other people smile at me because I was smiling at them, and it made me happy, you know?
What did that, yeah, I mean, what did that feel like for you to get a compliment just about?
I mean, I kind of felt weird, because even my parents had always told me I was ugly and stupid and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it made me feel like at least I can bring some sort of happiness to other people that I never got, because that's all I want. I just want other people to be happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Chat, what would you guys say to her? What would you guys say to her? You're speaking so confidently in your story, the pain of your story, as well as the beauty of the life that you've created now. It's pretty remarkable.
I just live every day, you know, one day at a time. Best I can.
Yeah. Well, your baby will be very grateful for you for breaking the cycle that you went through.
Oh, I hope so. She is so beautiful. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me besides my husband and my dog.
Thanks for sharing. Anything else you want to share?
No, I think I'm gonna hop off and probably just watch y'all.
All right, sounds good. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. W's in the chat. Do we have to? I feel like I have to do that every time now. But, yeah, read the comments too. I didn't see your name. All right, one more guest. Caitlin is here. Both Caitlins. Connor.
Hiya.
Hi there, how's it going?
Hiya. Just calling from Ireland here.
Ireland.
My opinion on Ireland. It's currently 4 a.m. but
Oh, well, good morning.
Yeah,
All right,
so-
are you 18 or over?
yeah, I'm 30.
Okay. All right. Is porn cheating?
Okay. So my opinion on it is to the extent in which it's used. So like if it's once a month, then I'm like, yeah, you know, work with it. But if you're at it all day, every day, this is where it becomes an issue. And I suppose this is where it has become an issue for myself in the past. I was in a relationship with someone who became a severe porn addict, and it went to the extent of watching like RedTube, whatever. Then it went to OnlyFans. That then developed into Googling the local prostitutes. It takes a toll on the relationships all around them. They are no longer able to have an emotional connection, a physical connection, and you know, they see women as an object. And in the relationship that I was in, you know, they were like, oh, you're shit in bed, you can't do this, you can't do that, because they're judging normal everyday people against what they see on the screen, which isn't reality. They're judging everyday relationships against what they see on the screen, which again isn't reality, which means they can't actually maintain normal relationships. which is probably the bigger issue. But in terms, is it cheating? Is it not? I would say, like I said, it's probably how much you use it. Are you
All
using
right.
it
So are you in a relationship?
currently broke up due to this issue?
Okay. So you initially said once a month. Yeah, that may be fine. So let's just say you're in a relationship and you come home and your partner's watching, he's got on the TV porn of other women and he's masturbating while watching them have sex. And once a month you're like, okay, no problem. How many times per month might you need to come home and walk in on your partner masturbating while watching strangers have sex for you to think it's a problem?
To be honest, if I walked in and I seen that, I'd be like, that's a problem. If
Oh, okay.
if it's once a month in privacy where I don't have to see it, I know that sounds kind of hypocritical right now, but I suppose if it's happening once a month where you're
What-
not seeing it,
What
out
you
of
don't
sight, out
know
of
won't
mind
hurt
kind
you,
of thing.
right?
Yeah, oh, it hurts you 110%, because, like, for example, the relationship that I was in, he would turn around to me and say, the reason I have to do this is because you're not good enough.
Yeah, but
But
that's
that's because
bull. That's
Concept of reality is completely deranged.
yeah, totally. But I'm curious why you seem to be permissive of it if you don't know about it.
Permissive to the extent of it's only happening irregularly, if that makes sense.
How irregularly?
Yeah, like, I suppose even as women, like, every now and again we probably more than likely would watch porn maybe once a month, once every 2 months, but there's no emotional side to it. But if you're watching it every day, multiple times a day, it ends up being an emotional thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, real quick. Victoria, I see your comment. I'm going to imagine if you're posting that here, you're aware of resources, but if you need to go reach out to a helpline, do that. If you want to DM me, I'd be happy to help point you in the right direction, but don't use me as the first line of defense, okay? But if you're in a stable position and you're asking me to help direct you, I'm happy to do that, okay? But there's resources for you. If somebody can post a number or something or website, would you do that? Okay. Sorry, would you say that again?
I can't even remember now what I was saying, but I suppose what I was saying is, like, if you're watching it irregularly,
Irregularly.
not to an extreme extent, it hasn't the same impact on the person that's watching it or the people around them. It's more, I don't know, like, if someone's watching it every day, every single day, it has a severe impact on the person and every single person around them. They become tainted by it.
Yeah.
And ultimately, they're incapable of having a normal relationship. They can't, because they compare the person that they're watching on screen versus the person that they see in front of them. And in reality, well, the whole thing is not reality, but you cannot have a completely functioning relationship that's positive around that. Like I said, like, I was in a relationship with someone for 10 plus years, and he blamed me then for his addiction because he could not accept that he had an addiction. And the reason, obviously, that he had an addiction was because I was not good enough. And this is a reoccurring thing that
All right,
I've
so
been
is
doing a lot of research.
yeah, I got it. All right, so and real quick, thank you guys for that. And she said over a decade ago, you're safe now. Okay, great. So Victoria, if you want to chat on here, you're welcome to. I if you want to. Okay, I got it, Victoria. So Victoria, there's a form down there. You can click on the little yellow arrow thing, or you can DM me, and I'd be happy to help point you in the right direction. Okay. Or if you want to come on here and talk publicly, you can. But if you're not comfortable with that, that's fine too. Okay. All right. So here's the question for you, Helena White. Is that what I say? Which is it? is porn harmful to everyone involved or not?
Yes.
Okay, so if it is harmful to everyone involved, why would you tolerate any amount of pornography in your relationship?
Unfortunately, I think in this day and age, you have no choice but to tolerate a certain element of it. Whether
False. No, you don't have to tolerate it at all.
Yeah, but the
Get that
thing
out-
is, though,
Get that out of your
the
head.
thing is- I know. No, I don't want to tolerate it. But the
Then
thing
don't.
Is, what?
But
how do you know what
just
people-
don't tolerate it.
How
Why?
do
Why
you
lower
know
your
what
bar?
people do in secret? No, but this is the thing though, that like, people can say, no, I don't watch that, but they do maybe once a month. But it comes to a point where it's like, oh, I've logged onto the TV and the TV mirrors their phone and it's literally porn everywhere. Hashtag chat room experience. And then
Yeah.
it's like, shit.
Yeah, totally. Look, I got you. It is very pervasive. Okay, what I see a lot is people, they lower their bar, right, and they begin tolerating a little bit more, right, and next thing you know, you're 10, 20, 30 years into marriage, and it's escalated into a place where you don't even recognize yourself for the ways that you violated your own integrity with what you're willing to tolerate.
100%. So what do you think the approach is? It's all or nothing.
Well, I think it's all about conversation, right? So my recommendation is, if you said you're single, so next time you meet a man, the first question out of your mouth should be, do you watch
Jesus.
porn? I'm only half
next
kidding. Okay, that's the unfortunate part about our world. I got to turn my air conditioning on because I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's hot here. No, but for real, like, have the conversation early and often with your prospective partner. Like, maybe not the
Is it
first
not a
date.
little bit of a first date? Is
I
it not
said-
a wee bit of a taboo topic like?
Well, what would you rather have? An awkward conversation early or a 20-year marriage to somebody who's addicted to porn?
Yeah, that's very true. So what, I suppose when it comes to relationships, what do you recommend? Do you recommend that there is a no porn policy?
It depends on what you want in the relationship. Do you want intimacy, love, and connection?
Yes.
Then I would say there's no room for porn. If you want low levels of intimacy, low levels of love, low levels of connection, then I would say probably use a lot of porn. But it just depends on what you want.
I know a lot of relationships, like in terms of men, women, or whatever the mix may be, might watch porn together. That's not a thing for me. I think that's kind of weird, but anyway, that's my opinion. No judgment to anybody that does. But, like, how do you set that out from the get-go? Like, do you say, I'm a no porn person? Like,
Well,
what I
first
think the
get clear on what you are. Are you a no porn person?
Yes.
Okay. So, like, let me ask you this. Are you heterosexual?
Yes, straight.
Yeah, you're straight. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like,
sorry,
would-
that's what we say in Ireland.
Okay, straight. We say that too, but I don't know. So you're straight. So why would you not date a woman?
Because I like men.
Because you're not. Because you're a no woman dater. You date
Yeah.
men, right? So like that's not even a conversation for you. That's what you're about, right? You see the analogy I'm making, right? Are you a no porn person?
Yes.
Then why not be vocal about that, right? Hey, this is what I'm up for.
Is that realistic in 2026?
Why
To
not?
expect a partner, like, that's what I'm saying though. Like, in 2026, is it realistic to have a partner? Man or
Carrie,
woman,
do you want to
that's
come
not
on?
interested?
Carrie, do you want to come on and talk to her about your experience? So, look, is it realistic for you to take a stance? Yes, absolutely. Now, what somebody else is going to do is a whole nother question, right? And then it gets into okay, if there's a history of the person using porn, watching porn, being addicted to porn, then the question would be, okay, well, what are they doing to work on it? So this is my friend Carrie. Hi, Carrie.
Hey, how are you?
Carrie,
Hi,
what would
Carrie.
you say to
Hey.
Helena?
So I'm listening to everything you're saying, and I was one of those women who was married, and we were together total from dating to through marriage and everything, basically like 32 years. Never knew he had a porn addiction since before marriage, and which the porn will always lead into other things. I'm sorry. I know people don't believe it, but it does, especially when it's a true addiction. Therefore, it led into other things of him acting out and cheating, basically. And so therefore, I am now divorced. I am 51 years old, starting a new. And whenever I started dating the guy that I'm dating now, the first thing I asked, do you watch porn? Are you into porn? Because honestly, I was never going to be in a relationship where porn was also in the relationship, because I know for me, it didn't work out. And after I found out about porn and I really took a dive into therapy and also being in Austin's group, and I learned that everything that porn addiction does to the brain of the person addicted, and it was total classic textbook of what I experienced. I always thought I was the problem. I always thought there was something wrong with me, but I realized after 30 some years that it wasn't me. It was him addicted to porn. It is a very lonely place to be in whenever your significant other is porn addicted, and especially when you don't even know it. And that is completely, there are men out there who do not watch porn, and I will never be with a man who watches porn. My man right now does not watch porn. He is amazing. He is everything that my ex was not. And you deserve an amazing man who looks at you and puts you number one and is not into porn. I can promise you that right now.
Oh, she's a sweetheart.
It's the truth.
Okay, so Helena, what do you think?
Is it realistic to expect
Yes.
in 2026 that there
Yes.
is men out there that do not?
Yes. There are plenty men out there who are not into that. I can promise you that.
Yeah. So there absolutely are. Helena, how old do you say you are?
But
Again,
if you'd even take
23?
like, the likes of Instagram, where there's so many thirst traps, and like, I know that technically doesn't come under the porn category, but it is basically nearly impossible that there's any fellow out there that doesn't follow thirst traps. Victoria's Secret, for example, or whatever. Like, is it actually possible that there is men out there that don't do that?
Yeah, there are men who don't do it. And there are women who are addicted to porn also. But there are also women who do not lust and, are addicted to porn and, doesn't look at other men and only looks at their partner. I think it goes both ways for men and women.
Okay, I'm probably a little tainted in the mindset here now, but
Helena,
probably
this is
literally
another
only I've
friend,
been exposed to.
Callie. Can you guys hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
What?
Hello?
I
Hello?
didn't hear. Oh. I can hear you, but I think she was talking, so I couldn't
All
hear
right.
what you just
So,
said.
Helena, this is another friend, Callie. But Helena, how old are you again? Did you say you're 23?
30.
30. Okay. So
I'm
look.
32. 95.
So the reality is, yes, many people do watch porn, but not everybody. And in my experience, I can talk about this more later. Most guys who watch pornography, they don't actually want to do it. And they've never been drawn into a conversation that brings them awareness around the problem, right? And so, not that it's your responsibility to go create that conversation with men, but if you can have a conversation, now you can at least talk about it to know what you're getting into, right? Like Carrie said, the first question she asked, I'm going to take that literally, Carrie, was, do you watch porn?
Yeah,
right?
It's true.
Yeah.
because I
So-
know what it did to my life
Yeah.
in my first marriage, and I'm never gonna deal with that again, ever.
Callie, what do you want to share?
I wanted to mention, like, I hear what you're saying about, I guess it being very rare to find someone that doesn't watch porn. It's very hard to find people that don't, or like they'll say they don't and then they lie to you about it. That's very common. There's a lot of like I've had ex-boyfriends that have told me they didn't watch porn, and now when I look back on the situation, I think they probably were watching porn and I just wasn't aware of it. But I think when you're asking them if they're, and I would have the conversation very early on with all of my boyfriends. Like, I would always ask them, like, oh, I'm not okay with porn, is that okay with you? And I would make it very clear from the start, but they would still, I think, lie to me and still do it. So I think more than just having a conversation of like, do you watch porn? Is it okay with you if I'm not okay with that, is that okay with you? You need to ask them, because most men have watched it at some point in their life. That's pretty, like, there's almost hardly any men that haven't ever watched it. So I think you need to be asking them, like, either what have you done to completely cut it out of your life if it's not in your life at all, or if it is in your life, like, what are you doing to cut it out of your life? Because it's not, I was very naive to think that they could just easily oh, now they have a girlfriend, so now they can just easily stop. And it's not that simple. So they need to have like a plan in place to actually stop. And if they just tell you, oh, I just stopped and it was easy, they're probably lying to you.
Yeah. So Helena,
Is there a way to overcome porn addiction?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Therapy?
Well,
That's a big part of it.
that's one part. I mean, you're not going to
Is
do it alone.
Acceptance, first of all. I
Well,
suppose
yeah,
I would
you need to
say,
accept
like,
you have a problem, like with anything. And then Austin can talk more to all of
Yeah,
this.
look, I mean, so I do this for a living. I help people stop watching porn, typically men, and I help women stand up against pornography, right? Whether that's in their current relationship or in prospective relationships. When I say stand against, I mean that compassionately, right? We're not here to shame other people and what they're going through, but it's like, no, what are you really up to here, right? And how can you, as a partner, how can you stand firm and clear in what you're wanting to create in your relationship? And Carrie, I'm going to use you as a great example and testimonial for someone who's been through my group. And listen to you now, Carrie.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
taking credit for that. That's all you, but like, great work, Carrie. Great work.
Thank you. But I'm telling you, you're a big part of it, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for your group, and anyone who is in the situation that I was in, I would really, really suggest you join Austin's group, because it was one of the best things I have done for my life, and it has made me who I am today. It helped me be strong enough to leave something. And honestly, it was the hardest thing I think I had to do in my life. Yeah. And I couldn't have done it without the support of the group, like Austin's group, and just the therapy that I was doing. And it was the hardest thing I ever had to do. But I did it. And I'm happier for it. And it doesn't mean that I still don't grieve at times, because I was with him for 32 years. We had 3 grown children. Austin, I have a grandson on the way.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. In March, I'm gonna be a grandmother for the first time. But life is looking great right now, and I'm happy. And I found someone who truly adores me and loves me, and I feel so loved, and it's amazing.
That's awesome.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. So Helena, look, you don't have to tolerate it. Okay. Now you get to decide how you want to go about that in your life and with your relationships. And again, it is very hard. Like it is so pervasive out there, right? But what are you up for? What conversation do you want to create? What type of relationship do you want to have? Are you just going to hope that your next partner doesn't watch porn?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how's that been working for you?
Pretty terrible.
Pretty terribly. All right. So what do you have to lose?
I think if you had that conversation in Ireland, like obviously there's the cultural difference here, like in user obviously in America, but feel like if you had that conversation at the onset with an Irish man, they probably would tell you to get back.
Yeah.
Like,
well, sorry. What I want to say is right now, and this is intended to be funny.
They'd be like,
Good thing we have all our stuff together here in America. Just read the news.
I know,
Read the news.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, how do I go about this conversation and not make me look like a psycho?
Well,
Hey, who cares if you look like a psycho?
yeah.
What if you do look like a psycho? Because what the world wants you to think is normal is not normal.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
And by the way,
Yeah.
if you have the conversation with them and they're like, oh, that's dumb, at least he's being honest.
Yeah.
And now you know.
And also, you don't want to be with a man that isn't gonna, like, if he doesn't care about your feelings on it and he doesn't care about prioritizing, like, hey, this is gonna really hurt the woman I care about. I mean, I know he's just meeting you, but he's pursuing a relationship with you. So if he's not going to prioritize what matters to you, that shouldn't be someone that you care about pursuing a relationship with, you know?
Yes, that's very true.
Agree.
Yeah.
So, Helena, what are you afraid of if you were to go have that conversation with somebody you're thinking of dating?
I think because it's so culturally accepted that men watch porn, that it's like if you say no, I'm not okay with that, then there's almost like, you know, there's something that does not wise, like, you know, that there's something wrong with the girl for saying that, yeah, I'm not okay with the partner watching that. But I think, like, to be honest, before this relationship, I wouldn't probably have had any issue if he was doing it in secret. I never had to have any worries about it. But it's the fact that it became such a major issue. It led to OnlyFans, multiple OnlyFans, and then ultimately, when we broke up, the first thing he did was look for prostitutes. I was like, hold on a minute here. This is how easily it can escalate.
Totally. Well, porn use always escalates. It always escalates into something else. I see you there, Marcy. By the way, I'm debating whether to bring you into this or not. Porn use always escalates into something else. Now, it may escalate into physical cheating or paying for sex, but it doesn't always. It can. But it always escalates into something else. It can be the frequency that you're using, where you're watching, when you're watching, whom you're watching with, the type of content you're watching. It always escalates. And that's why I would say it's very important to have the conversation early, because you got to know what you're getting into. And if you want to be in a relationship with someone who watches porn and you want to do that, all right, fine. But do it with eyes wide open.
Is there a way to help the individual overcome it?
That's a loaded
Obviously,
question.
I'm not with that person anymore, but I still care for them, and I'm scared of the path that they're going down.
Well, sure, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So you could offer somebody resources, just like somebody who's addicted to drugs or alcohol. You can't fix it for him. You could say, hey, you might want to go to an AA meeting, or you might want to read this book, right? You can absolutely make an offering like that to somebody who you see is going down a bad path. Send them to my page, right? But they have to want to do it, right? So.
I would say also, meeting them with empathy and compassion a lot, helps.
Yeah,
Certainly gets you further than shame and judgment.
Work in this situation, because I suppose he has blamed me for the addiction because he stated that the reason he has the addiction is because I am not enough. So the empathy in that sense is gone out the window.
No, I understand. I'm not saying like to stay with him in that sense. I'm just saying like to so a lot of men, when they have a porn addiction, they have they've developed unhealthy coping mechanisms. Sometimes they have trauma in their life that have led to it. They've developed this for some reason or another. A lot of them are exposed very, very, very young, which is really sad. So they develop an addiction before they even understand what they're being exposed to or like what they're doing. So just having like empathy for that and showing like trying to show him to have, because you were saying you want to know how to help him. So I'm just saying trying to help him to show himself empathy for like, I was exposed to this so young, like, and realizing that it is a problem and he needs to get help instead of just going, oh, this is how I am, I'm just gonna accept it, you know?
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
Is there like an underlying issue that causes particular people to be addicted versus people who are not addicted or not even interested?
In porn?
Yeah.
Well, behind every man who's struggling with pornography is a story that's dying to be told. Typically, there's something that happened to them in their childhood or young adulthood where they were exposed to pornography, and there was something going on in their life where pornography served as a tool to help soothe pain beneath the surface. And pornography is a very effective tool at making pain go away momentarily, just like alcohol is or just like drugs are. But it's a very bad coping mechanism. So it numbs the pain. Okay, that feels good. I'm going to do that. I don't want to feel the pain going on. And it's almost like the perfect storm in adolescence. Most boys are exposed to pornography by the age of 13. By the age of 13, many at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. And that's a time in life where there's a lot of stuff going on. Is there something wrong with me? Am I enough? Does anybody love me? Oh, porn feels good. I'm going to use that. Right? And so then that becomes an escape. And there's so much shame involved in it that you don't tell anybody about it. And then here you are 5, 10, 30, 20, 30 years later. And now it's like, why am I doing this? Right? So is there hope for people? Yes, absolutely. But you got to get beneath the surface of why they're using porn in the first place in order to have true healing. So back to your question, Helena, can you help him with this? You can try, but he's got to want to do the work. You can help.
I was gonna say he needs to want to do it himself.
Yeah.
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 I have tried to help him in the past. However, he refuses, again, I suppose like most people who have an addiction, refuses to accept that they have the addiction, and stated that the only reason they have the addiction is again because the relationship is lacking.
Yeah, but you know that's not
a
true,
coping mechanism.
Helena.
Like it's not
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know that's not true, right? Like,
Oh, 110%.
Okay.
Like, I think, like, I suppose he's nearly of a different generation as well. Like, do you know, compared to the generation as of now, where the technology is at your fingertips.
How old is he?
He's 36. So, like, back when he was like 13, 14 years of age, like, internet really wasn't a thing. Hence why I'm trying to figure out where did the addiction come from.
Yeah, but it was a
Because-
thing. I'm 40. I mean, we had the internet. It was just different back
Well,
then.
dial-up.
Yeah,
The,
I know.
The
You just
computer
had
in the
to.
middle of the family home.
I got it. Yep. You just had to wait longer. But regardless, it's not a reflection of you, right? So you have to decide, what are you up for? What are you up for? Are you going to stick it out with him or not? I think you said you already left him. But
Yeah, no, I left him because of the addiction, because it's, again, like I said, it led to researching prostitutes, and that's where you gotta draw the line. But
Yeah.
is that a common tendency for people when they come from addiction, and then the next thing, there's decoy emails? Is this very common?
Well, it always escalates. Yes, everything
How
you're
far
describing is
Can
common.
it escalate though? Because like a lot of friends have been talking to me and they're like, you know, it can escalate to, you know, straight porn. Then the next thing it can be homosexual porn. The next thing it's child pornography. Like, where does the line be drawn? Is there a line to be drawn?
There is no line. There is no line.
So the fix, it's almost like someone on drugs. They go from weed to cocaine to heroin.
Very similar. Yeah.
Is the addiction that bad?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
That's very concerning.
Yeah. So look, it can be the most loving thing that you can do is to offer some sort of entry point for him to get help with it if he wants to. Okay, but what about you? Okay, we're not talking to him, we're talking to you. How will you take this forward into your future relationships? Like, how can you posture yourself differently as you approach a relationship?
I suppose until this call tonight, like I just had the pretense that every man watch porn and you just have got to accept that and move on. But since we got on this call tonight, I'm like, okay, you can be like, no, I'm not okay with that. And I think a lot of women need to realize that because it has become so normalized that people would just be like, you just got to put up with it until it becomes a problem. Like myself here was just like, oh shit, it is a problem now because he's watching it like 5 times a day. He can't even hug you because, you know, there's nothing at the end of it. And that's what porn does. The whole emotional side of a relationship, the whole physical side, other than sex, is gone. And I think what I've taken from our chatting tonight is like, you don't have to accept it at all. And I think that's what a lot of women don't realize.
Yeah.
We've created a monster, guys. We've created another monster.
You've created a monster. I'm going to be a force to be reckoned with tonight.
Yeah, but seriously, right? Listen to how strong and empowered your language is. You're like, I don't have to tolerate this. It's like, yeah, you don't. So don't do it. Right? And it's going to be very hard as you go and engage the world with this. And it's going to be uncommon. It's like swimming upstream. But are you worth it? Are you worth taking this stance and demanding that you are treated better by men out there?
Damn sure I am.
Okay, then live that way.
Yes.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, because you've mentioned that a few times that he said it was because you weren't enough. Is there any part of you that feels like that's true? Like, you've said that you don't believe it, but I just want to make sure that, like, I want to check in with you and like debunk that if there's any part of you that feels like for some reason it's your fault, you know?
I would say at the start I probably did because I was in a weaker mental state. Sorry, Stevie, I need to cough. At the time, I had taken, when his porn addiction really started, I had taken alopecia. So I lost a lot of my hair. And on top of that, I had probably gained about maybe half a stone weight. Since then, I probably gained about a stone and a half. So those kind of things on top of his nasty comments and his porn addiction really affected my confidence to the point where I literally had no confidence. And instead of being that support system for me when I was going through all those things like the alopecia, he actually made my confidence worse and probably made me feel even more guilty, that I almost felt guilty for him having the porn addiction because it's like, oh, he's had to do this because of me. But I think that's a level of narcissism, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Helena, did you follow me?
I don't know if I did or not.
Okay, well, follow me and then keep coming back, and like maybe 6 months or a year from now, another woman's going to come on and say the same thing you were saying. And you get to then speak to her and tell her how different it is for you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. You've
Thanks
been
for
great
sharing.
help.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Callie, Carrie, Helena, great chatting with you guys. I'm going to kick you guys off, bring some other guests on. You guys are going to
Okay,
want to
okay.
stick around for this. Marcy, you ready? Oh, gosh. Adam says, Austin, I'm struggling. I have an addiction to my wife. Joke's on you guys, because Callie's his wife. All right.
Hello.
Marcy, you sure you want to follow? You sure you want to follow that act?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Marcy.
I'm not gonna cry tonight. I'm fine.
Well, the night's not over. I think you've cried every time we've talked. All right.
That's what you do to me, you bastard.
All right. Tell them what you do.
Or
did you quit?
Want to tell? Not yet.
Okay.
So you want me to tell your audience what I do, and
Well,
they're
you-
gonna go
you
in
can-
with hate.
No. They
I'm
won't
a
hate
cam
you.
girl.
Okay,
So
she's a cam girl.
essentially, your husbands ring me up for sexual experiences. Shall we say?
Okay. Yep, that's it. So, how do you feel coming in here right after that conversation we just had?
The Irish girl. What's her name? The Northern Irish
Helena.
girl. Helena. Yeah. Oh, that got me. That really did get me. I felt for Helena. Helena needs to ditch him because he will not stop, and I think he's probably cheating. Like, I don't want to say because I don't know, but I would have.
She already ditched
See?
him. She already ditched him.
Oh yeah. Good girl, Helena. Good girl.
Okay.
I don't know about the other girls. I only heard Helena talk.
Carrie said she thought you're turning a new leaf. The leaf's turning, but the wind keeps blowing back and forth. Where's-
Yeah. Every time I need money, the leaf turns. So I am turning. I am.
Well, guess what? You're gonna need money for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I know.
So where are you at with it?
So what I'm doing now is I only do calls, not cam. So that's a new leaf, right?
So you're weaning off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I am, I know.
Okay. All right.
Like I've not done cam in ages. Sorry, 1 second, trying to get my TV sorted out.
This guy.
So I'm only
This guy keeps saying how much for a call. No. Just no.
No, it's not that thing.
How much for a call with me to help fix your problem? $1,000 a month, bro. Links in my bio. Oh.
Cost
All
you
right.
a million to help my problem.
Okay, so where are you at with it?
Don't like it. Don't want to do it anymore. But I do need the money.
Okay, we already talked about this, so you're gonna go work at a restaurant.
Yeah, but it's better money doing this.
How much do you make?
Baby, I can't say that online. Not
Don't call me
safely.
that.
What? Sorry, what, baby?
How much
Darling?
how much would you need? What can you do to replace your income?
Sorry, did I upset you there, calling you baby?
You didn't upset me. What would you need to do to replace your income?
At least 2,000 a month.
At least 2,000 a month.
Yeah.
2,000 pounds?
Yeah.
Can't you? I don't know how much.
How much is your rent in USA?
You don't want to know. 2,000 pounds?
And then your food. Then do you do council tax?
$2,700 a month. I feel like that's not a lot of money.
What, 2,000?
Yeah.
In UK, you can get any UK girls here. You can do that.
Okay, so so you would need to replace $2,000 a month to get out of what you're doing?
3,000. Yeah.
Could
Sorry,
you-
I'm reading the
Okay.
comments.
Oh, well, how could you do that? How could you go make that amount of money?
I could work my ass off in a restaurant and not see my kids because I'll be working till 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Got it. Well, what are you really wanting? I mean, if you wanted it bad enough, you'd have already done it by now. So what's stopping you?
Well, what I'm going to do this year, and it's probably going to sound really wacky and out there, and everyone will be like, oh, shut up, but I'm going to write a book.
Okay. About what?
Probably won't get any money from it.
I've anybody who I've ever known who's written a book said, if you want to make money, writing a book is not a way to make money.
But I think I've got a good story.
Okay. Then try that.
Dating is hard though. No
Given-
guy wants to date a girl that is a cam girl.
Okay.
They just don't. The second they go, what's your job? I go, we'll go back to that. We'll go back to that. And the second I say what I do, they either want to see my tits or they block me.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you don't actually want to be in a relationship.
I like dating.
Okay.
Never said wanted to be in a relationship.
Okay.
I like dating though. But they don't want to date me.
Yeah. Well, you got a lot to figure out, Marcy.
You've gone silent on me.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you're really wanting. Like, are you what do you wanted to change in your life?
Probably, well, mostly I want to change. I don't know how to explain it. Like, stability for my children.
Mm-hmm. And?
Okay, and then for me, not to find another cunt again.
Okay. So what would be required from you to have more stability and not to find another one of those again?
Well, I'll find my stability. So I need to find my own stability. And then I need to find a guy that is nice. So it's probably down to me to find these things, is it not?
Well, sure. But I mean, who or what do you need to become in order to create those things in your life?
Ultimately, a better person, I think.
And what would that mean?
I don't know. You tell me. How do I become a better person?
I don't know. What do you think?
Zero idea. Do I read the Bible?
It probably wouldn't hurt.
You want me to read the Bible?
It probably wouldn't hurt. Have you read it before?
I'm Catholic, of course I have.
What else could you do?
Jesus, I don't know. Stop doing my job that I'm doing.
Okay.
Ah, you're so good at this. You make me angry.
Well, stopping, that's not the hard part. Stopping it isn't the hard part. It's what will you start doing? Right?
I don't know. Like, I'm a good person. I am a good person. I don't like wrecking marriages. I don't like married men or wanking to me. I don't like this. It doesn't turn me on.
I
I
got it.
really don't like it. But I really, I don't like when I go and pick my kids up from school. I know the men when they give me looks. I know they've looked at me. They've seen my page. I know they have. And I don't like that. It doesn't turn me on. And then grow up and stop. Well, it's not growing up. It's called about having a job, sis.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
well,
talking to
no, but Marcy, the thing is, look, you could go get a job. You're just not wanting to make the sacrifice of being away from your kids for more time than you are now.
Right,
Which
so you
that-
want
that-
me to go
No,
get a job
I don't. No.
where
No. I don't want you to do anything. Just saying that's what you're up against. Is okay. There's a payoff. You will have to sacrifice something if you want to change it. Period. End of story. Say you were to get a job at a restaurant and say you had to work till midnight to make the same amount of money you're making now. That probably wouldn't be forever, right? Because you would hopefully innovate, like get better, learn new skills, find another place to get a job, get like network, put the word out there. Hey, these are the skills I have. I want to get a job, and you would get out of it.
I'm 41 years old. I've done that all my life.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work out. This is
Why?
why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Okay, fine. And how much longer?
Don't know. They're like Grammys.
Well, I mean, look, like it's a tough spot to be in. I got it. And I wouldn't talk to you like this if I didn't feel like, and you've said this, like you do want out of this.
I do.
Yeah. You do want out of this. You know it's harmful for yourself. You know it's harmful for your kids.
Yeah.
You know it's harmful for your customers. like-
Yeah.
Nobody really benefits from this.
I know. Oh, I need to figure things out in life, don't I?
Look, we all have our stuff, right? And I know that you're wanting something more and better. And even the way that, that, like, look at how, generally speaking, how supportive people are of you when you talk this way, Marcy, like in the chat. I know,
Are they?
occasionally you'll get some
I've not
comments,
watched.
but
Are they? Oh, they're so sweet. Thank you, guys. I didn't look. So the odd time I seen something, but it was bad. But that's so
Yeah.
sweet.
all right, what else, Marcy? I'm going to bring on another guest.
Just the difficulty in dating when you do this relationship.
Yeah. I mean, yes, you're right. But it's like,
I told, like, my best friend is a man, and he's quite, well, he's not as big as you on TikTok, but he's got a good following. And he did a TikTok about it. And it was like, oh, my best friend said to me, would you date a man that does this, even though I do it? And I was like, no, I'd never date a man that was in this industry. I know it's double standards. I know.
mm-hmm.
There we go.
Well, it's like, what's your integrity worth, right? I mean, it's like you're saying, you're a sprinter, and you want to be a good sprinter, but you keep smoking cigarettes, and you're like, can't figure this out. Like, What do I need to do to be a better sprinter, to be faster?
Why are you so clever? It makes me sick.
Just think about what are you needing here? And will you have the courage to step into something new? You do have it.
I do. I know I do. And I will.
Great.
You make me crazy sometimes.
What'll it take? All right, I'm going to move on to this next guest. She's been waiting for a while. Thanks for sharing. Bye-bye. W's in the chat for all of our guests. Give me a follow if you guys don't follow me already. Follow button's up there somewhere. Tap the screen. Let's get it up to 10,000 likes. 10,000 likes. Hey there, what's going on?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I have a unique situation / question.
All right, are you 18 or over?
I'm 21.
Okay.
So basically, I do camming / the blue and white page. I'm trying to be careful what I say here.
OF?
I've had a boyfriend. Yes. I've
Okay.
had a boyfriend for over 2 years. He doesn't mind what I do for work, but I know that he used to be addicted to porn. I guess, do you think that it's hypocritical? Like, even though he says he doesn't mind what I do, I just do solo stuff, but do you think it's hypocritical to do that type of work when he used to be addicted but said that he quit when we started dating?
Do I think it's hypocritical that he... Say it again?
Do you think it's hypocritical that I do that realm of work when he said that he stopped watching porn after we started dating?
I don't get how those things are related. Do you think it's do I think it's hypocritical that you do that type of work and he stopped watching porn?
Well, because, like, I didn't want him watching that type of stuff, but then I started, like, working in that, I guess, realm. So I don't know if that's,
so,
like,
okay,
I don't know if that
maybe
makes sense.
okay, no, I think your question is, do I think it's hypocritical that you're doing what you're doing and it sounds like you have some sort of discomfort with the fact that he was watching pornography? Is that...
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, first of all, let's define terms. Would you say that you're creating porn?
I don't know, because some people say yes, some people say no, but I don't do it with, like, different people, if that makes sense.
Okay, it's solo. Okay, well, pornography is imagery usually depicting an organ or multiple organs of a person with the erotic intent to arouse. Or simply put, it's creating something where the intent is to have somebody masturbate.
Okay.
So camming and OF, and my orientation, I would say, would fit under that criteria as being pornographic.
Right.
Is that fair?
Yeah, no, definitely correct.
All right. So you create porn.
Correct.
Okay.
And I want to get, like, out of it because it doesn't, like the last girl was saying, it doesn't make you feel good and everything like that. And like she said something about reading the Bible. I recently started doing that with somebody, but I just don't know if it, like, is right for me to tell him not to watch that type of content when I'm actively creating that type of content, even though that he says it's fine with him. I don't know if that's, like, a wrong thing to do or unfair.
Yeah.
I guess.
All right. So we can get to the whole you not wanting to do it thing. So you're creating porn, which is provoking other people, probably mostly men, to consume porn, and you're simultaneously wanting to express to your partner that you're not comfortable with him watching porn.
Yeah, that's where I feel like I'm
All
being hypocritical.
All right. Well, I'm not going to answer whether I think it's hypocritical or not. You can guess what I might think. But what do you think? Do you think it's hypocritical?
I think, low key, I am being hypocritical, and that's something I struggle with because even though he puts on this like act that he's so chill about it and he doesn't care, and like, oh, you're making your money, that's fine, like, you're not physically cheating on me is his thing, but it still feels morally wrong, and I want to stop, and that's where I'm looking and getting back into a different job because I don't know, I guess I need like advice from somebody else on how it seems from an outside perspective.
Okay. Well, do you want to ask the chat what they think?
Yeah, I'm down
Alright.
for it.
All right, chat, what do you guys think? And you said you want to stop.
I
What-
do.
What got you into it in the first place?
So, to be fully transparent, I was in college for nursing and working as a CNA, and then I went to rehab for alcohol. And when I was in rehab, we weren't allowed to have regular jobs because it was full-time living in rehab. And some of the staff members had recommended OF to me, and they were like, "Oh, this is how a lot of people make money in rehab to like sustain your whatever you need to pay for, like groceries, etc." And so I had never thought about it before, and I started doing it kind of because of that, and then I didn't stop because it was pretty good at paying the bills. But ideally, I think I want to go back into nursing because I just feel like a big hypocrite, and I feel like guilty, even though like he seems totally fine with it. It doesn't feel fine to me to be like, oh, I don't want you to watch porn, but I can make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went to rehab for alcohol, and the staff at rehab encouraged you to start doing OF to make money.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very shocking to me. It was a rehab in California, and they were like, this is what people do to make money in here, so maybe try that. And I had never thought about it, so I tried it, and now I just kind of been stuck in it for the last 2 years, and I wish I never did that, low-key.
I want to ask you the name of the rehab. Don't say it yet. But like I feel like this is a big problem.
I'm happy to share it.
All right, what is it?
It's Hotel California by the Sea in Orange County, California.
Okay. So okay, let's just put that aside for now. Did you see what the chat said when you were asked the question about being hypocritical?
Yeah, a lot of people do think it is hypocritical.
A lot of people think it is hypocritical. I think you think it is as well.
Yes,
Okay. All right, and you're wanting to get out of it.
I do.
And yeah, I don't think this really has a whole lot to do with your partner. I think this is about what's going on for you. So you got into that. You want out of it.
That's true.
You have education, right? You can work as a nurse. Obvious question, why not go back to nursing?
That's true. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that, honestly.
Well,
I don't know. I might as
give
well
give a bad answer. I don't care.
Shit, I don't know. I mean, it is very expensive and stuff, but kind of like you were saying to someone else earlier, that kind of, made me think about that is, who cares if you're working a different job that, pays less, but you have to work more, but significantly will bring like a greater outcome to your life. I think that kind of opened my eyes a lot when you were talking about that, and like, I think that might be what I need to do, because that's like the hard part for me is like, you do low-key get addicted to like quick, fast, quote unquote easy money.
Totally. That's what I was going to
think-
say. It's almost like you went to
Yeah.
this rehab and they got you off alcohol, but they got you onto selling your body.
Right.
And that's your
I
new
think
addiction.
That's what I need to do is just like make the step to like, yeah, I might have to work a lot more and make less, but I think overall it would be like more rewarding in the long run and more, I don't know how to explain it.
No, I got it. So, yeah, I mean, that's the question for you. What will lead you to greater, I don't want to say happiness, that's too easy, but a greater sense of self-dignity and worth, right?
I
Doing what
think
you're
I just
doing.
need to make the step. And one thing that's really like kind of made me see things different recently too is I started like reading the Bible with one of my close friends who's a Christian, and like starting to get into that and just feeling different like life values and everything like that. And I don't feel like it's something I want to do anymore because it doesn't make you feel whole. It doesn't make you feel worthy. It's really nothing good. Like the only quote unquote good thing is the quick money potentially, which isn't even guaranteed.
Well, and that's
I'm
not
starting
even
to
really
lose
good, right? You know,
Right.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm starting to lose that. Sorry if my questions are like kind of confusing or don't make sense.
No, you're
I'm just
fine.
like fighting this mental battle in my head of what to do, and I just needed like some advice, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
or like second opinion.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you need advice or a second opinion. I think you're looking for the courage to take a stand for yourself and your life in a new way.
That's valid. I
So if-
appreciate you. I came across you on the For You page tonight. I dropped you a follow, and I think what you're doing is really good. So I appreciate that, and it just kind of made me think more on this topic and my life
Yeah.
decisions.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. So if you were to take a courageous stand for yourself to change your circumstance and move towards more wholeness and flourishing for your life, what would you do?
I would shut down the CAM site, the OF site. I would start with like even going back to a coffee stand job in the meantime, working full-time hours, getting back into college because I never finished that. I stopped in the middle when I went to rehab. Ideally finishing that and just seeing where that leads me in a whole different path that's more rewarding and more beneficial and just better overall for everything, because I'm not happy with what I do now. Like the last girl was saying, it doesn't make you feel good about yourself, and that's one thing that's been really unsatisfying about it.
Yeah. All right, look, I don't know your whole story about what got you into rehab in the first place, but whatever's going on, great job surviving.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job surviving. You made it through. Here you are. You've got a bright future ahead of yourself. I don't think you need advice. You know what you're wanting. Will you step out in courage and do that?
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. I'm like, part of me feels like I do, and then it's like I already know what I want to do, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just this whole mental battle I'm dealing with, and I don't know. You seem like you have a good head on your shoulders, like you're smart, like someone that has good like knowledge on this type of thing. So I guess the confirmation even is good, even if I didn't need like quote unquote advice, which I thought I did. I think even just having that confirmation is, kind of what I need to put me in the right direction.
Yeah, love that. So look, what's the difference between a dream and a plan? Right? A plan has a date associated with it. So don't answer this, but just think about it. So by when will you do all those things you described? You want to shut down your site? You want to maybe get back into school, go get a barista job? You can literally get started on that tomorrow, right?
Mhm.
And what better day than tomorrow?
True.
So thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. Take care.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye. W's in the chat. I'll be back. 1 second. What's up, Nikki? All right. Man, what a night. What a night it's been. W means win. Guys, he's peeing. Bro had to pee the whole time. Oh, man. How'd you know? How'd you know? World's tiniest bladder. How's the pee? It was good. It's always so nice being outside. Cool breeze. But I need to find a new... Sorry, TMI. I need to find a new pee spot because it's a pretty big brown area in the grass now. My wife doesn't appreciate that. Good morning, bro. Lee, what's up, man? W's in the chat for Lee. All right, I'm going to co-host for a little bit, mess around with some people, and then probably play some Fortnite and go to bed. I miss Helpcakes. Where is Helpcakes? This is like the first live in months that Helpcakes hasn't been on. Porn is 1,000% cheating. Quit porn a little over 2 years ago and have no desire. Good for you. Probably arguing with his wife. Helpcakes is so funny. Hey there, what's going on? Hello? Hey, chat, can you guys hear my music? Break free from farming. Yo, what's going on? You can? All right, good. Is the volume okay? Hey there, what's going on? Your Helpcakes now. Corn is free. Women
Let's
is
battle. Let's
expensive
battle.
and a headache.
Let's battle.
That's a whole lot of nope. Music, perfect, thank you. Hey there, what's going on? Tough crowd tonight. Help, I accidentally cheated on my... That is something Helpcakes would say. Oh, wouldn't it be amazing if Pradeep came on here? Hey, what's going on?
Hello, wanna play a match?
No. The music is such a vibe. We got A+ vibes around here. I really need your help. Rachel, what's going on? So, this wasn't my idea, but what if somebody were to clip that part about the rehab telling her to go do OF? I mean, that'd be bad for... I should call them right now. What was the name of it? Danielle, did you get that? What was the name of the rehab? They're probably 24 hours. Hotel California, Orange County Rehab. Hotel California by the Sea, was that it? What, Danielle, do you remember the exact name? That was it? Okay. Hotel California by the Sea Addiction Treatment Center. Open 24 hours. Perfect. All right. Tell me if you guys can hear this. Wait, I can't even
Thank you
hear.
for calling Hotel California by the Sea. We are
You hear
here to help. Please choose from the following options. If you are calling for information about drug and alcohol treatment, press 1 to be connected to one of our admissions specialists. If you are calling about a loved one already in our care, please press 2. For verification of employment, please press 3. For questions about a statement you have received, please press 4. For a mailing address, please press 5. For medical records request, please press 6. For employment opportunities, please visit www.workforhotel.com. For our general voicemail, please press the pound sign. You can also...
I'll go with 1.
Thank you for calling Hotel California by the Sea. We are here to help. Please leave a voicemail and one of our representatives will return your call shortly. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Austin Hamilton, also known as Porn Coach on TikTok, PXRN Coach. Just curious about your services because I had a conversation with somebody who claims that they went there to recover from alcohol addiction, which they did recover from. However, the staff there reportedly told them that they should start selling their body on OnlyFans in order to make money to support themselves through rehab. So I'm just curious if this is true or not, because I'm interested potentially in maybe referring people your way, and I just wanted to get some information. So if you could give me a call back, I'd appreciate that. Or you could drop me a DM on TikTok. That's PXRNCOACH. Thank you. Do you think they'll call back? All right. Ruby, I'm sorry. I see what you said. That's a lot. 13th of January is little man's first birthday, and that very day my mom passed away. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ruby. Whew, that's a lot. Hard no, probably not. I could drive there. Go drive there. Ask him. I just can't believe that. Like, I mean, I guess I can. You just imagine the staff, but I don't know. That's kind of sad. Can you request a song? Only if it's on my lo-fi playlist. Is corn addiction linked to SA tendencies at all? My ex is extremely addicted and SA fears. Hey there, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good.
Good. Is porn cheating?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay. Why is that?
Actually, it depends if you're paying for it.
All right, here we go.
Me personally.
Here we go. Okay.
Oh
All right,
God, is this a discussion?
It's a discussion. Should we battle and hash this out?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Only if you're paying for it?
Yeah, like subscriptions, like, you know what I'm saying with that? Like, I feel like I don't think like if you're doing it like the normal way that like a lot of people do, like if you're putting your hard-earned money into like another woman when you're like married or like in a relationship or have kids with somebody else, then yeah, I think that's cheating because it's emotional.
All right. What if you're putting your
And
hard-earned
financial.
what if you're putting your hard-earned love in another woman?
What do you mean?
Like not money, but you're just like putting your sexual energy and love towards another woman who's not
That's
your wife.
cheating too. That's emotional
That's
cheating.
cheating too. Got it. Okay. So it doesn't have to be financial. No. Okay. So then would using are you in a relationship?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been in one?
Yeah, I was in a 9-year relationship.
9 years. Okay. Did your partner ever watch porn?
Yeah.
And how'd that make you feel?
It only made me feel some type of way when it was like the the subscriptions and stuff.
Thanks for the gift.
Like
Who
if
gave
it
me the
was
gift?
just like, what was that?
No, nothing. Sorry. Okay, it only made you
Oh,
feel
okay.
away with the subscription. So the subscription is what made it become a problem for you.
Yeah, because it was like people like I don't know, I don't want to say too much on here, but it was just like specific people like in general and stuff. Like if it was like a a star, if you know what I'm saying, like I would be like, okay, like that, like I don't know. To me personally, I know not everybody's gonna agree with me, but that's how I feel. It's different. I wouldn't want my man watching porn. Period. Point blank. I
Okay,
don't know if I can say that word.
got it. All right.
Well, he said it, so I'm fine.
Yeah, I say porn all the time. All right. So
I think it.
I understand that it can feel different. You're right if they're paying for it, right? Because they're intentionally going out of their way and paying for a specific person. But I'm curious the lead up to that. Like, no issue for you?
What do you mean the lead up?
Like the lead up to what gets them to the point of then paying for some sort of content. So how much porn do you think someone needs to watch before they decide to pay for it?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot, but best believe, yeah, I know. Believe me, I have
And that-
the search records to prove. I know.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. What
No, it's okay.
were you married in that 9-year relationship?
No, we just have a kid together.
Okay. Well, at least there's that, I guess.
Yeah, I have my baby, so there's something good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what else do you think about porn?
I think that it's like a vessel, like an addiction for like I don't want to say an addiction because I really don't know, like for a fact, so I don't know, but I feel like it's like a vice for people just like alcohol, drugs. Some people like shopping, some people like spending their money in stupid ways. Like I think that's just like a vice that some people just use. I guess I don't know.
I don't like shopping. I hate shopping. Yeah.
I like shopping.
Yeah, so porn is absolutely a vice. It's a way to numb out the feelings that are going on inside oftentimes, and it's a very effective tool at doing that just for a moment in time. But then usually you feel worse afterwards, and the shame and guilt just piles on. And then next thing you know, you're paying to watch some strangers on the internet.
Yep.
Yeah, what a doozy. What is your chat saying right now?
Beth said I think it could definitely be an addiction. Jazz, you said I think it's fake. What's fake? What about couples that watch it together? I don't know.
Jazzy also said good night. Good night, y'all. I'm passing out. So you're welcome, Jazzy.
Oh, good night, Jazzy. What about couples that watch together? How do you like? I don't think that's cheating then because you guys are both like consensually watching it. But I don't know. I'm not really with that to be real.
Yeah, got it. Well, then, I mean, my question would be for a couple using porn, why? Right?
That's
why?
what I'm saying. I'm not with that because I don't see the reasoning behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you need that?
Mm-hmm. I think it's a great question. Why would you need to bring
You
in
don't
other
need-
pictures or videos of other people when the whole point is to have an intimate
That-
connection
to be with
between the
person
two
that
of
you're
you?
with. Exactly.
Yeah,
It makes expectations higher. That's true too.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, corn is. Yeah. It is fake.
yeah. All right.
Those
Are we gonna win? I never win battles. Let's
Oh,
go.
I have a 5-piece too. Oh my
Let's
gosh.
go. What does
Oh
that
my
mean?
gosh,
What's a
sure.
5-piece?
Like the nuggies.
I don't know what
Like
that
I
means.
had a 5-game winning streak, but it's okay.
Oh,
You
smoked her.
can't-
Hey, thanks
Wait,
for.
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I'll wait until you're done thinking.
Oh.
I'm thinking my thing.
Nikki and everybody, thanks for the gifts. We never win,
MVP,
but
Princess
we just
Jazzy,
won.
Siri Mouse,
Way to
everybody's
go.
happy to
All
watch
right,
you.
what's your
That's so much. I
question?
appreciate you guys. Oh my gosh, this mute button is so.
What's your question?
Okay, my question is, I actually have two.
Okay.
Is this your thing? Like, is this like what you go on and stream about? Like every time you stream?
This is my thing. This is my stream. This is my job. This is what I do.
Okay, awesome. What got you into doing that? Is it because?
I watched a lot of porn. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I got this
All
job
right.
for a reason. Yeah, I was addicted to porn for about 20 years. Escalated to physically cheating on my wife. Blew up my marriage. We put it back together again. Still married, same woman. been almost 15 years, and now I'm a porn and sex addiction recovery coach.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that for you, and I love that for your family too. That's awesome. Good for
Yeah.
you. Congratulations.
It wasn't always rainbows and unicorns, but we made it.
Oh, I believe it.
to
I've
this
been
point.
through that,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. But that's awesome. I'm gonna give you a follow.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
What's your other
one
question?
day when my chat's popping, I'm gonna request you because I really
Oh.
wanna see what everybody else has to say too.
Oh, stick around. Give me a follow and stick around. It gets
For
wild
sure.
sometimes.
All right, you have a good one. Thank you for the battle. It was fun.
All right, you too. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
We won, chat. We never win. How long did the rebuild take with your wife? 9 years and counting. 9 years and counting. Hey there, how's it going?
Hi.
9 years and counting. Look, it's a lifetime, right? Because the invitation is, how can we be in relationship differently now, right? I mean, but practically speaking, I mean, she was 8 months pregnant. That sucked when D-Day happened, and it was real dicey there for a couple years. Real dicey. I immediately got a counselor. My wife saw a therapist immediately. We did individual intensives, couples intensive. We did everything. But it takes work. And there was so much unawareness to the depths, at how big our problems were. My problems, obviously, and the problems we had in our relationship. And so over the last almost decade now, I'm still doing work, because this is not about porn, right? There's something that happened at some point in life. And if we don't take it seriously, it'll own us, and we're going to have to do crazy things to try to make ourselves feel better. Did you see someone like the service you offer? Yeah, so I'm a coach. I've always worked best with coaches. So that's kind of my thing. I've tried a couple therapists. I think they were good therapists, but didn't really get me very far. And so I'm not down on therapy necessarily. But yeah, I've did intensives and one-on-one coaching, counseling, support groups, all of that. And so the methodology that I now use in my coaching looks a lot like the type of help that I got. I also have a question. They say grief can cause one to relapse. Like behaviors, do you believe? Well, what I would say is unprocessed grief will kill you. That's not an understatement. And feeling grief is very difficult. Our culture is like grief phobic. We do anything we can to not grieve. Grief will find its way out. Grief will find its way out. So can it lead to relapse? I mean, I don't know that I would make like a 1-to-1 there, but can unprocessed grief lead somebody into searching for something to make the pain go away? Sure. And it takes both open and willing to do the work. Yes, Nikki, it absolutely does. Can you explain how porn... I'm just going to read some comments and blab for a little bit, and then I'm going to go to bed. You explain how porn can lead to physical cheating. I always try to explain this to my man. Is he there? Can we get him on? Let's kill two birds with one stone. Porn use always escalates. One of the reasons why is because you're getting dopamine to feel better, getting a quick hit of dopamine with the stimulus that you're watching or using at the time to get that dopamine hit. And eventually your brain kind of becomes, it builds a tolerance to it. So you need a stronger stimulus. Okay, so then you start seeking more risque types of pornography, or maybe more risque types of behavior. Does porn always lead to physical cheating? No. Can it? Yes. Did for me. Right? But I wouldn't have that in your head that it will lead there, but it can. And A and B, it's a very real conversation to have with your partner. It's like this is where this can go. This is where this can take you if you don't get this under control. It has to be specific to this. I appreciate so much that you do this. Thank you. Advice to GF to consider with a BF going through this. Well, to a GF with a BF going through this, I would say you don't have to tolerate it. You don't have to tolerate it. Okay? So what do you really want to say? And do you have the courage to say that? It's going to be hard. It 100% will be hard. And by the way, if you're a man struggling with pornography and you're done with it, I have support groups. We meet on Tuesday nights and Wednesday afternoons. You can join my group and work towards freedom from pornography. I see it every week. Men who are stepping into new levels of freedom with their sometimes multi-decade long habit of pornography. If you're a woman struggling with betrayal trauma, you got to learn to use your voice again. I shouldn't apply that to everybody. What I often see is people who, like some of the guests we saw tonight, it's in there somewhere, but what do you really want to say? Why have you lowered your bar? You know it's wrong. Speak up. Say it. I get it's hard. It's scary. But will you have the courage to say it anyways? I was a sex worker and he made me give my career up but watches other cam models. Yeah, well, that's... I have so many questions, Lauren. I have so many questions. Well, Connor, when you look at the brain science, that's how the brain science would explain the dopamine portion of it. But in that case with pornography, porn is what's offering the stimulation. And if you want a much better explanation from a neuroscientist, read Mind Over Explicit Matter by Dr. Trish Lee. My wife sent me some pics that I now use instead. Is this bad? Well, here's the question. When you're using your wife's pictures, are you creating a connection and forming a bond with her? Or are you using those pictures as a masturbatory aid? That's what you got to think about. Am I using these out of convenience because something's not working and I feel entitled to it? Are you using it instead of creating intimacy with your partner? Those are the questions to ask. What is the book again? That book is Mind Over Explicit Matter by Dr. Trish Lee. Oh no! Hold on. Every once in a while I yank a book and they all fall. If you're a woman and you want to learn how to stand up for yourself through betrayal, I have a group for women that meets on Tuesday nights as well. It's a great group of women led by myself and other female contributors to help you not tolerate this anymore and grieve through what needs to be grieved. Amazing group, Nikki said. And Carrie Robichaux, you're like my spokesperson now. I don't know if you're still there. I don't pay her to say the things she says. I never thought it was cheating, honestly, but Austin's page has me coming around. There you go, CDN. Love that. I got to screenshot that comment. I got this testimonials folder. Putting that one in there. What questions do I have for you, Lauren? Well, I just noticed in your original comment, I was a sex worker and he made me give my career up, but watches other cam models. The use of the word made, he made you do it. I get it. Like, yes, he asked you to do it, pressured you to do it, told you to do it. Are you guys married or are you just BFGF? Can I show the book again? Yeah. This just explains the neuroscience. This would not be my number one recommendation for somebody wanting to get free. Unwanted would be that. Unwanted. Read this book. Everybody read this book. It'll change your life. And then join one of my groups. Or join my group first and then read the book. Do you believe it's cheating if neither partner believes it is and consumes it? Here's what I say, William. If you're in a committed monogamous relationship with another person and you've said something like, I love you, only you, mind, body, and soul till death do us part. If you deviate from that agreement, whether it's by using a person on a screen or otherwise, I believe you've gone against the agreement and therefore have cheated. Sorry, I need water. So if you don't agree that you're committed in a committed monogamous relationship with another person, or differently put, if you don't agree that pornography would be cheating and you use porn, then it wouldn't be cheating because there's no agreement. Could you work with me price-wise for the betrayal group? I've been wanting to do it, but I can't afford it. Yeah, schedule a call with me and we can chat. So here we go. Go ahead and do a $1 discovery call with me, and then I'm happy to hear you out. Yeah, I mean, yes, I do this for a living, and I need to make money, and I want to help people. So you got to pay at least $1 though. Have we? I recognize your name. We haven't had a call before, have we? I joined for your program thing. What does that mean? Oh, you want to come on here, Luke? Okay. I'm on here a lot, but I haven't called. Yeah, got it. Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
Are you 18 or over?
No, I'm just
who is the Unwanted book by? Jay Stringer. Unwanted by Jay Stringer. Great book. Read that book. Ruby, do you want to come on and chat? How much is Unwanted? Like $15? I don't know. It's a book. Connor. Oh, do you guys see the request button? Well, that kid came on here somehow. I don't get why sometimes... hold on. All right, you should see it now. Hello, Ruby.
Hi, Austin.
How are you?
You know, I've seen better days.
Okay. I have to pee.
We'll wait.
Okay. give
You
me a
always gotta
second.
pee. Go ahead. Go for it.
Hey, refill your water.
I will, actually. Thank you.
That was bad timing. I know he still listens, but you just can't see him. Oh my god, I'm stupid. He said he still listens, you just can't see him, and I'm like,
You just heard you say it.
no, it's not even that. It made me think of my mom. She's still listening, I just can't see her.
I hear you. I hear you.
I know.
Yeah, I know you know. I'm actually not going to get water, but that was very thoughtful of you to tell me to fill my water.
He's stay running out of that water.
All right, what's going on?
Well, I mean, my last 2 weeks have been kind of a shit show. I normally talk to my mom pretty much every day, and I went to get a hold of her on that Tuesday, the 13th, because it was my son's first birthday, and she wasn't answering the phone, like, and I was trying to see if she wanted to come over for like cake and ice cream and presents and stuff. And because she normally came to my house for that stuff, so I went to go check in with her, and she didn't respond within the hour, and I was like, that's odd, like normally she would have gotten back to me by now. And so I started calling her, she wasn't answering, and I checked her Facebook to see when she was last active, because she would get on like every morning like clockwork, and it said she wasn't on since the day before. So I was like, that's odd. So I reached out to my sister, both of them actually. She lives with one of them, and then the other one lives next door to her. So my sister that she lived with was at work, so I texted the other one and I was like, hey, have you heard from mom, you know? And she's like, I'm out of town for work, I haven't heard nothing, I haven't seen her. So I was like, I'll just give it a little bit more time, try to get a hold of my nephew to see if he could go check on her. Nothing. And so finally, after like an hour and a half went by, I got worried even further, and so I called my sister at work and was like, you know, have you talked to mom? Like, I was trying to get a hold of her and I can't get through, which is unlike her. So she's like, oh, well, my daughter stayed home from school today, she wasn't feeling good, so I'll just have her go check on mom real quick, I'll call you right back. And then not even 5 minutes goes by and she called back and said that her daughter called her telling her that grandma was asleep and she wouldn't wake up and that she felt cold. And my heart obviously sank in that moment, so we literally like grabbed the baby and ran out the door. Like, my mom lives about 35 minutes away from where I live, so, and it was rush hour traffic, and like, I already knew once they said she was cold, so I was like, you know what, like, I was like I was screaming, I was yelling, and I'm like, step on it, like, I need to get to my mom. And they had called 911 because they didn't know for sure, and when we got there, fire and paramedics were leaving, but the sheriff's department was there, and they had confirmed that she was gone, and she had passed early in the morning, and like, nobody knew. Like, she was there all day and nobody knew until I was like, I haven't heard from mom, something's wrong. So it kind of just was awful, and I was there for hours, like, talking to the sheriffs, and about her health conditions and medication she's on, and it was a lot of stuff going on. And because I had the baby and it was cold outside, they let us go inside the house, but they were like, just stay in the living room. But as soon as you walk in the house, like, you have a straight line of sight to my mom's bedroom. And so when I walked in, I literally saw my mom just laying there, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I had to watch them take her away, and it was like the most traumatizing experience of my life. And now I'm basically having to, like, because like I said, it was my son's first birthday, and I'm like, I don't want to keep putting a gray cloud over my son's day every single year. So we did still celebrate him the following day, just something small at home, because, like, obviously I wasn't up for having a party or anything like that. But we've been planning her services and everything, and it's been really difficult. Her services are actually coming up on Monday, and I'm the youngest, but somehow I'm the one that's better at, like, all the planning and stuff and the writing. Like, I'm a better writer than they are, so I had to write my mom's obituary, and they asked me to write a eulogy for her and to go up and speak, and I was like, there's no way, like, I'm gonna be able to go up in front of all these people. I will break. And so at least I have James for that, because he was kind enough to offer himself up to go speak and to write my mom's eulogy, which was, like, really nice, because there's no way in hell I would have been able to do it. And I had to tell my kids, which was really difficult. And it's been a rough couple of weeks. And my husband, I think we went into this, like, he wasn't very close with his mom, and she was pretty absent, you could say. And since I've been with James, like, he met my mom before he met me, actually. And so for the last 18 years, like, she's been like a mother figure to him in the ways that his own wasn't. And so he's taking it hard. He's been grieving her just like I am. And, you know, it's crazy. I think we made jokes about the fact that this man does not cry. Like, I've, like, rarely seen him cry. I saw him cry 4 times in one day. And
he has a heart.
he does. We made that joke, actually, my sisters and I. We were like, damn, there's feelings in there somewhere. And
Your mom broke him.
he said I fixed him and my mom broke him.
Oh.
And so it's been rough. And but also he's, like, pushing out a lot of emotions that I've never seen before. So it's kind of like, I'm not focused on his addiction or anything like that, because obviously, like, that's the last thing on my mind right now. But at the same time, I've noticed him struggling, so I can't say that that hasn't, like, messed with my head a little bit. He's been rather irritable, haven't you?
Yeah.
But I'm 2 years and 14 days sober.
Yeah.
Good job.
He passed his 2-year mark right after my mom passed. So and neither one of us even realized that it was that day, because we were so wrapped up in what was going on. Yeah, we didn't even realize it until 2 days later, and normally that's something we would have celebrated, but that didn't really happen, and that sucks. But there's next year.
All right, so Ruby, what has this been like for you in the last few weeks?
Oh, it's been the worst pain I have ever felt in my entire being. I am used to talking to my mom every single day. She got on my nerves like nobody else could. Like, she pushed my buttons like nobody else could. But not having her there to push those buttons is driving me mad. She was my confidant, You know, when my husband would piss me off, I would call her.
Mm-hmm.
And now I don't have that. And it's like driving me crazy that I can't call her, I can't text her,
Yeah.
I can't be with her. And I don't know, I know that we never know when it's our time. And I get that, but I wasn't ready. And maybe I'm selfish because I've had people say, like, oh, God needed her more than you did, that's all. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know that God needed her more than me? So, like, I'm getting very, like, in my head, I have this voice that I'm like, how do you know? But like, obviously, I'm not responding that way. Like, I'm being kind to people and saying thank you for the kind words and things like that. But I can't pretend that I'm not angry, and I'm not, like, I can't pretend that I'm not questioning my faith right now, because I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm trying my best. I get up every morning and I try to tell myself that even though I don't have that phone call or text message from her, that she's still here with me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a rough road, and I mean, I'm even having like dreams / nightmares. Like, I'm having both, and it sucks. Haven't been able to sleep in the last 2 weeks, really, and I haven't eaten in 2 days either. So there's that.
Yeah, it sounds really, really hard, Ruby, and especially for it to be unexpected and traumatic when you were there. I mean, that's a lot to carry.
Yeah, definitely. And I recognize that, you know, my own, like, my moods and stuff are changing right now, and I'm not acting how I would normally act. Like, I'm not usually a, like, very depressive or angry person. That has changed quite a tad in the last 2 weeks. Thankfully, I'm really good at using a filter, so I'm able to filter out the stuff that comes to my head that wouldn't be so nice. But, like, it's just hard feeling her absence, and grief is this weird thing. I swear it comes in these different waves, and I never know what to expect. I do have moments where I find myself laughing with my sisters about, like, goofy stuff we did to my mom, because we used to pick at her all the time because we thought it was funny. And we're like, we're not gonna get to do that anymore. And, like, we were telling stories about stuff that we did to her growing up, and even ways that we've, like, the way we've been talking lately, we've even caught ourselves saying stuff that she would say that we've never said before. So I'm like, I guess in a way she is living on through us, if you will. And I'm really bonding with my sisters, like, a lot, because they're the only ones that I really feel understand how I feel.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I mean, it sucks, and I know you know what it's like to lose a mother.
Yeah.
It's a pain I would never be able to describe.
Yeah.
And
how old was she?
67.
Sorry. 6'7".
Yeah, 6'7". 6'7".
That was so inappropriate. So she was young. She was young.
Yeah, she was. She had lung problems because she was a smoker. She didn't have cancer or anything.
Yeah.
But she did have a COPD, if you are familiar with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, look, that's a lot, and especially being on your son's birthday. My dad passed 6 or 7 years ago. He was born on his mom's birthday. So my grandma and my dad shared a birthday, which was 2 days ago. And it's always a weird day. It's like, oh, what do I do here? You know? Especially since my dad passed, right? It's like, okay, I want to go see my dad's tombstone. Okay, but then there's my grandma as well, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just a weird feeling, you know, and you're gonna have that joy and grief on your son's birthday now, your mom's death day, for the rest of your life. And grief's weird like that, because it's kind of like, okay, this is it.
Yeah, it sucks, and I have thought about that a lot, actually. I don't want this to be one of those things that ruins my son's birthday for years to come, you know, because this is also grandma's death anniversary, you know, like I don't want that.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to prepare myself for that.
Yeah.
So that hopefully I can avoid it being a sad occasion, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that. Well, yeah, my mom is. The only thing my mom really had as far as her wishes were that she wanted to be cremated and put into little lockets. So she said that each of us could carry a piece of her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that makes me feel comfort knowing she's gonna be with me.
Yeah.
And she'll never get to attend, but she'll still somehow be with me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling, Ruby, after unpacking some of this?
It's a lot of relief because I've been holding a lot of stuff in. I haven't really had a chance to like sit down and like process my feelings, much less talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of people that I just feel like I don't relate to. So I really haven't talked about it a whole lot other than with my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a very isolating feeling. So
Yeah.
I didn't mind coming up at all because it gave me an opportunity to let all that out.
Yeah.
Because while my mom's passing may not have anything to do with your channel, in a way it does, because
It's all
these
connected.
things can lead to relapse, and it can lead to, even with betrayal trauma, I mean, it can stir up a lot of things when you're going through betrayal trauma.
Yeah. Well, totally. And you know, I have this joke in my men's group sometimes. You know, sometimes a guy will share something that seems like it's not at all related to porn or recovery. And I'll
Yeah.
say, what does this have to do with porn? And everybody knows the answer to that question is everything, because it's all connected, right? Unprocessed grief will keep you stuck. Like I said earlier, unprocessed grief will keep you stuck, and it will find its way out. And thank you for sharing it here with us. That's always welcome here, no matter what people in the comments say. 'Cause
Yeah, I know. I figured you saw that.
Yeah, I saw it. But I'm also just honored that you wanted to come here and share that.
Oh, I did. I've actually been waiting. Like, my husband and I have been talking about it, and I've been waiting to catch you on live. You were actually live, I think, the night it happened, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, we were at the house, and I got the notification, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh gosh, that would have been wow. Wow.
So it's just, we've been talking about that a lot, and like, we're familiar with each other because, you know, we've
I don't know how to handle it.
Oh my goodness. But like I was saying, you know, we've come on here before, like, we comment, we're here pretty much all the time on your lives.
You're part of the fam.
So, that's kind of the point, and I was like, if there's one place I can vent, then it's here in this group, in your lives. Like, I know it's a safe space, and there might be some people who try to ruin that space, but I'm not. It's almost like the whole point of coming up on a live is to talk, you know?
Yeah.
Crazy,
Totally.
right?
Totally. It is crazy. Yeah.
So,
Well, thanks for sharing.
well,
Look, grief comes in waves, like you said, and sorry, spoiler alert, it's never going to end. You just got to welcome it, be with it, right? Notice it. And our ability to experience joy is essentially in direct proportion with our ability to drop into our grief.
yeah.
So when you're finding the tendency to want to run away from the grief or whatever, just notice it and be curious about, what is this grief trying to tell me right now that I need to drop into?
You know, that actually makes a lot of sense, because I was just telling my sister, like, because there's 4 of us, we're all girls, and we're each handling things differently, but the one that is just barely older than me, she her and I are kind of experiencing similarities in like our feelings and stuff and how we're processing things. And the oldest is emotionally detached, like a lot. And she made the comment, you know, everybody grieves differently, and I was like, yeah, that's true. And she was wanting to go out and do stuff, and I couldn't leave my house, like I wasn't ready. And neither was my other sister. So we were just kind of like, we don't want to go out, like we're trying to grieve, we need to just sit with our feelings. And the other one didn't really understand that. And so I had made the comment that while I think distraction is good, I think it's only good to a certain extent. Like, don't distract yourself so much that you forget to grieve altogether. I don't think that's healthy. And so I was like, I think it's important to feel your grief and sit with it. You know,
Totally.
rather than trying, just, like he just said, question it, understand it, feel it. And even though it hurts a lot, I think it's an important part of this process, and I think you can end up spiraling like in a really bad direction otherwise, like if you're just trying to ignore it and not deal with it. And that's how you end up in situations like porn addictions, for example.
Totally. I mean, oftentimes when I'm working with guys, you know, trying to figure out the root of the porn addiction or infidelity, there's mountains of grief to uncover and work through to get to the root of it. So,
and that's kind of where I can recognize that and see that. And I think my mom wouldn't want us to bottle up our grief and not deal with it. And not only that, but she deserves to be grieved properly, if you will, rather than just pushing it to the side and never dealing with it. Yeah, my husband actually wrote down his grief and his pain, and it ended up being turned into a eulogy for her.
Good job, man. I love that.
And even for me, like, I'm struggling a lot with not talking to her every day, because that's something I did every day.
Yeah.
So the feelings and things that I wanted to say that I wasn't able to, I started out just typing it out to her on my phone, and I wasn't going to send it. But I ended up actually sending it to her phone, and I was like, I don't know why I'm sending messages you're never going to read, but this is how I feel.
Said red.
And it's literally 2 days later, it said red, and nobody could get into that phone because we couldn't figure out her code.
That's weird.
Lo and behold, it was my nephew. He cracked the code, and he ended up seeing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Like, I literally thought my mom was messing with me.
You got kicked out of your family group chat.
Yeah, I did. I got kicked out of the family group chat twice.
Nobody knew how.
Yeah, nobody knew how. There was no reason for it. Like, I could see their messages coming through, but I wasn't allowed to like respond, and it was weird. And then she had a random alarm go off on her phone at the same time, and my sister got freaked out and was like, something is going on. Like, I'm a very spiritual person, I would say. Not so much religious, but I prefer the word spiritual, like I said. And I believe that she's still here with me, even if I can't see her. And I mean, my mom and I had this very interesting, fun, like, relationship where we would pick at each other because we thought it was funny. So I wouldn't put it past her to have her spirit be messing with me and my sisters from the beyond. So
And reading her messages on your phone.
Yes, we keep making jokes about it, and it's something lighthearted, you know, that just it makes us laugh and get away from all the sad feelings, you know.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, well, Ruby, thank you for sharing. My heart goes out to you, and you know, it hits close to home. Yet 2 days ago, like I said, was the seventh year since my dad's. Gosh, it's amazing how time flies, and
right.
Still, I'm just sitting there thinking of what it was like to be in that room when he passed, and just the things that I can't experience. It's just crazy. Like, it's just crazy.
Absolutely. I knew if there was one person that would understand, it would be you, especially seeing you've lost one parent as an adult and one as a child. And I'm kind of in the same boat here because when I lost my dad,
how old were you when you lost your dad? 7. Yeah. Oh, 7. Great. Wow, we have so much in common. Aren't we lucky, Ruby?
Right?
Yeah.
You don't
Yay.
want to be part of this club.
Yeah,
You
it's a
really
very
don't.
exclusive club.
Right? So
Wouldn't recommend it, but here we are.
no, 0 out of 10 do not recommend. But you know, these are the cards that we've been dealt. So here we are.
Yeah.
And like it sucks, but like I said, I knew if there was a place I could go to talk and feel understood, it would be in this group right here, because anytime I come in here, I never feel any kind of judgment, or like, I don't feel like a burden, I guess, if you will, you know, and we can be ourselves in here and it's acceptable, you know. And so I just think that you've created such a safe space in here, and I love it. And my husband and I were really eager to catch you on. So I'm glad I did. It's helped a lot.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys did too. Thanks for sharing, Ruby, and keep talking about it. That's one of the ways you process grief, is to know your story, share your story, and keep talking about it. Keep talking about it. Keep talking about it.
Yeah,
where it's appropriate,
community.
of course. Yeah, community. Exactly. So, all right, guys.
you.
I got to go to bed. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for
Yeah.
listening. I definitely needed it.
Yeah, you got it. See ya.
And keep doing what you do.
I will. Don't you worry. See you guys. Bye. Oh, and don't watch porn, by the way. Okay.
No, he better not, because
Yeah.
then we might just have some problems.
All right. See you guys.
All right.
Bye-bye. All right, chat. Hey, thanks for being here. I'm super tired. I'm a little sick, if you haven't noticed. My face feels like it's going to explode. Great being with you all tonight. Give me a follow if you don't follow me already, if you like my content. If you're interested in joining a support group to heal through the pain and betrayal or through a porn or sex addiction. Link is in my bio if you want to schedule a call. Love to chat on a private offline call that is not broadcast on the internet. If you want to talk on TikTok, you're welcome to do that as well. You just got to catch me another time. There's a link in my bio. Schedule a call, join a group. But most importantly, make it a great day or not. The choice is always yours. Nobody else's choice whether you have a great day. So what will you choose? We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.